But you know, in life, you are responsible for yourself, right? They say you can take a camel to where? By what? All right. And sometimes in life, a very small door is open for you. Sometimes in life, a very what? Small door. But you have the responsibility of getting in there and maximizing the opportunity that has been given to you. Are you with me? Now, everyone you see sitting here, right, for most of them, they all been through national service. And over the years, there have been a lot more students that graduate from school. And of course, the marketplace has become very what? Competitive. So whereas before you go do your service and then after service, right, you stay, today it's not like that. The same way you have come in here, one day you'll be what? You'll be going and someone else will be coming. So management decided that we need to create this platform for you. But I promise you that we do the best that we can. We think we have the in-house resource. But I need to challenge you, young men and women, that you can make the best out of this. You can also pass through, right? You pass through. And then all of a sudden you wake up one day and it is July 31st, 20 what? 18. And then guess what? It's over. And you have learned nothing. I know that's not what you want to do. Right? I think we have a exciting program. Personally, I can spend all afternoon and give you testimonies upon testimonies. You know, how, if I put my other hat on, how we've taken young men and women like you and we've changed their destinies. But we were able to do that because they were willing. They had teachable spirits. Now I know, I have an uncle who is here, I have my father is this, my mother is that. Now you need to be serious. Okay? And so, it's a lot of investment that we put in you, and we trust that at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you have acquired the requisite skill set, right, to become competitive in the marketplace. As I said in my speech, we'll pick, about 12, 16 maximum, right, and we train them on cybersecurity, for example. The minister said it. It's one of the emerging markets here. Right? It's a lot of opportunities there. But the training is lacking, and skill set is lacking. But within here, we have people who can do that. I can talk about myself. That's what I eat and drink. I can do that in my sleep, and I'm prepared to put all this in line so that when it's all said and done, I'm looking at about 16 people who are well-trained, well-certified to be absorbed by the industry. I thought somebody was going to clap. And around here, right, ladies and gentlemen, this is management. So right after my presentation, every one of them will come in and give you an overview. So so think about you taking a flight. This is about 30,000 feet above sea level, right? Very high level. Very high level. So this is just giving you an overview of what NCA is all about. Okay? And then from tomorrow, right, the journey begins. I believe that you've been divided into how many groups? 4 groups. You all know their schedule for tomorrow? You don't know the schedule for tomorrow. You don't know the schedule for tomorrow. What's Mr. Wilson and his team? So can somebody get them? No, we need to do that now. Okay, let's share with them before we so if you have that. All right. So you've been divided into teams, right? How many teams? 4 teams. Is everyone on the WhatsApp platform? No. Why are you now on the WhatsApp platform? Okay. All right. So the team. So we will introduce you the 3 national service coordinators. This is NCA, right? The 3 coordinators. So they have the overarching responsibility of the entire program. And then within that also, we will introduce to you the 4 different teams and the team leads. The team leads will be in charge of the platforms, right? Let's try and be nice on the platform. Right, we're using the platform to exchange information and then tell you where we are. All right. So today, at some point, right, you will be told the schedule for the rest of the week, next week, and the week after, where you're going to be. How many of you know that NCA has 2 locations? Right. One is where? Cantonments. The other is where? Who don't know about the second one? Huh? Where is this second one? Where? We don't know? You want to know? Airport City. That's right here. Right? So the training, it's going to be training here and then training in the cantonment office at the same time. You should plan to attend. Right? Come in prepared. Okay? Come in, do what? Prepared. Make up your mind that I'm going to what? Get something out of this training. Make up your mind that what? I'm going to get something. In the end, some of you will be posted to different places, right? So all that will be sorted out. But make up your mind, folks, that at the end of the day, when this whole program is over, you will have what? Acquired something. Because the marketplace is what? Very what? Competitive. The marketplace is what? Very competitive. So you want to make sure that you are well equipped, and that's exactly what we're going to try doing for you. These discussions that we are having, we repeat it. All right. So everybody cool? Everybody cool? Mr. Wilson, this team, you ready? So can you tell us the schedule, please?
Kwame, can you project the schedule?
Can you guys see? No, okay, so let's do this. Let's just concentrate on the schedule for tomorrow, right? And then the day after. And then we'll find means to put the schedule on the platform. Okay? So every day before they leave, the schedule will put it on the platform. Because I think it's difficult to read from the screen. So it's important that everyone is on where? The WhatsApp platform. Okay, it's much easier. All right. Are you sure? You go stand down back there.
Oh, okay. The TV screens, the smaller ones. Yeah. Yeah, it's sharper from the back. Okay. Good afternoon again. So tomorrow after today's event tomorrow, September 13th, there will be a presentation from, there will be various presentations, but Human Resource Division is kickstarting it. So there will be a presentation on understanding corporate work culture and values. You can see from the screen, and the objective is for you to understand what is corporate culture and the peculiar culture of NCA and the values that we uphold and how you can adjust yourself accordingly to be successful in this environment. So,
Mr. Wilson, let me just jump in here so that we are clear. All right. So, you are divided into teams of what? 4. Okay. There's going to be 2 training sessions per day. All right, so before he even gets into the content. The first team, which is Team A, made up of about 42, right now 170, but what? 42. Very manageable, right? When you were in school, how many, what was your class size? 92. Oh, that's any idea. What was your class size? 140. Wow. Your class size? 344. You had classes on the school field or? Okay. All right. So we want smaller class sizes, right? So that we can interact with you, so that you can also ask questions, so that it will be what? Impactful. All right. So the class size is about 40, 45. All right. So the Team A meets here tomorrow. All right. I think what time? 9? 8:30? Okay, 8:30. At the same time, Team B meets where? Cantonment. Team A meets where? Here. Team B meets where? Cantonment. That will be when? No, when? When is this? Tomorrow, Wednesday. Team C and D, you will not attend tomorrow's session. Okay? Now, this is for the week. On Thursday, Team C, 8:30, will meet where? Here. Right? Team D, 8:30, will meet where? Cantonments. On when? When? Thursday. Which teams will not be taking sessions on Thursday? A and B. So what happens on Friday? A and B. Right? So A and B back on where? Friday. Everyone understands this? It's not difficult at all. Mr. Wilson, continue.
Yes. So, just as Gigi said, Friday we treat another topic. Oh, tomorrow. Right. Team A will be here. Team B will be in cantonments. We will show you, if you are not sure where our cantonments office is, we'll give you the directions. But Team A is here, 8:30, and we start the boot camp. So come with your boots strapped. So by 12:30, we shall be done. We'll try to give you some notes, parts you'll be given already, but it will not be enough for the period, so you may bring some along. I mean, it is to prepare you to succeed in the world of work. That is the reason. There'll be short quizzes along the line. You are used to that, isn't it? There'll be short quizzes along the line. Those who excel, we shall recognize you. Those who don't perform, maybe we shall ask you to be reposted. Yes. Was this a world-class environment? So you must come prepared to adjust.
So I'm sure we are done with that. Yes, so Friday will be licensing and then authorization of services. Group A here, Group B accountments, and then Group C and D will be here on Monday.
Good. Everyone's good? Anyone has a question? Question? Something you don't understand? Great question.
Thank you very much. My question has to do with the grouping. When I came, I signed on the sheet with the inscription Group D, but on the WhatsApp this thing is Group C. That is the page I've been added to. I don't understand because I'll be finding difficulty in locating the group that I'm.
Okay, somebody write it down. We will fix it. All right, that's the easiest thing. All right, it might just be. So who's taking notes? You have your team. Okay, we take care of you. All right, that's very easy. All right. Okay, so with that basic homework done, let's start with the presentation. So because you guys have spent a lot of time here, we're going to try and skip through some of the presentation and give you the call. I've asked my team here also to skip through some of the presentation because I think we should leave here by, what time is it? By 4. Okay. All right. What time? Oh, yeah. So I'm going to skip through some of these, right? We'll give it to you, and then you can go read, okay? Skip through this, skip through this, skip through this. Keep on skipping. All right. All right. So establishment of NCA. So who here doesn't know what NCA stands for? All right. So see, as mentioned in the previous slide that we skipped, the National Communication Authority was established in December 1996. December 1996. So this year we are what, 21? 21. All right. By Act 724, now repealed and replaced with the National Communications Act of 2008. It's a central body with the mandate to license and regulate communication activities and services in the country. Right. So primarily that's what the NCA does as the regulator of telecommunication activities in the country. Regulates all commerce and activities in communication space and in the country regardless of the technology employed. So when the other teams come through, they will give you details of which activities that we do regulate and who does what. Okay, but primarily we are the regulator of the telecom space. Right? We don't own any telecom infrastructure for the purpose of consumer serving. We don't have towers, right? We don't have monitoring devices. You know, sometimes out there you think NCA is snooping, right? We don't have the ability to take off a radio station or a TV station, right? The law does not mandate us to do. So that's not what we do. We are what? A regulator. Okay. The infrastructure that NCA has is purposely for the day-to-day management of the work that we do. So the vision, a world-class communications regulator that facilitates innovation, sustainable. Can somebody help me with the mic, please? Thank you. So innovation is very important for you or as young men and women. In a year's time, you're hitting the job market. You have to be what? Innovative. Many years ago, when you just left school, you are absorbed by a corporation, you are given what they call a bungalow, you're given a car, right? And you have everything at your disposal. Today, it's not like that. They won't even take your car away from you, right? If you had a car, right? So you have to be innovative. You have to be innovative. Part of what we're going to be doing is introducing you to the industry. You saw the CEOs that have come. There are many industry players that we will introduce you to. You have to be innovative. If you are not innovative and you just sit down for things to come to you, you will be there and the program will be what? Over. So that's some of the things that you need to learn to be innovative. And we facilitate what? Innovation. All right? This is actually innovation. What you are currently experiencing is part of what? The innovation. The mission is to regulate the communication industry in a forward-looking and transparent manner that promotes fair and sustainable competition, stimulates innovation, encourages investment, protects stakeholders' interests, and so on and so forth. It's not an easy thing being the regulator, right? So if you think about if you are a mother or a father, you have 6 or 8 kids, and how you treat every one of them. Right, so pretty soon we look at the services that we regulate, and so how do you deal with them to make sure that there's an equitable playing field for every one of them, and that's what the regulator does. So you hear that okay, one operator and another operator are merging. What was the consequence of that? All right. It's not just a simple equation. It's not A plus B is equal to B plus A. No. Right? So there's a lot of complexities involved in making sure that the playing field is what? Even. So our core values, teamwork, is very important. That's one of the things that I like best, teamwork. Because when the team wins, guess what? We all will have won. Right? If you only win, you win. But you always want to be what? A team player. And that's one of the things that we do here. Accountability, consistency, trust, and again, what? Innovation. Young men and women, you have to be what? Innovative. You have to think, how can I do this differently? Some of you might have to be entrepreneurs. Right? As you are introduced to various entities, you have to begin to think, how can we make it different? You know, how can I actually do this differently? Later on in the week, I think the HR people will take you through concept of thought leadership. What does it mean to be a thought leader in your field? It's important. So, again, objectives here. Ensure that there are communication services throughout Ghana to meet the demand that operators achieve the highest levels of efficiency and are responsible to the needs of the customer and consumers. I'm not sure if, was it this week or last week? Last week, right? Last week we launched a new service. We literally gave the operators the ability to run at 3G, right? And again, I'm just using these terms. At some point, all these Gs, the 2G, the 3G, the 4G, the 5G, will be explained to you, right? Now, beyond just being a user, because at this point here, you don't just want to be a user, right? You want to be an expert in the field. Today, there's a lot of information out there. So typically, when you come to some of these sessions and somebody says something, you hear, you write it down, and you go and do what? Research. It's important. It's what? It's important, right? So to ensure that there are communication services, one of the things we did last week was to give the operators, right, mobile network operators, to give them the ability, those that actually had 2G licenses in what we call the 900 megahertz band, we gave them the ability to even do 3G, right? Whereas the licenses were saying the 900 was the 2G, right? We gave them the ability to do 3G in the unserved and underserved areas. These are some of the things that the regulator you want to do to ensure that the greater communication services promote fair competition and protect the interests of consumers. That's a very important point. So one of the things we're going to do together as a team is to get into the communities and be able to explain to them what their rights and privileges and there's something coming up called DTT, right? Anyone heard about DTT? What does DTT? I didn't say DDT. What does DTT stand for? Anyone? Anyone?
Terrestrial transmission.
Okay. Another one?
Digital terrestrial television.
Okay. All right. So that's coming up pretty soon, right? Implementation is ongoing very soon, right? It's going to be operational, and NCA will be responsible for the entire country. We don't know how much data consumers are aware of this, and part of what we want to do together as a team is to be able to get into the communities and explain to them what this technology does and what it will mean to everyone that has a television in their homes. So, functions of the NCA. NCA advised the Minister of Communications on policy formulation and development strategies for the communication industry. So, as the minister was here today, and you heard an eloquent speech. So one of the things we do is to provide advice, right? Policies are done at the ministry level. So NCA, for all intents and purposes, is more or less an implementation agency. We grant licenses and authorizations. Someone will say, what's the difference between a license and authorization? Again, as the program goes on, right, this will be very well explained, hopefully by Monday and Friday, right? Assign, allocate, and regulate the use of frequencies. What's a frequency? What's a frequency? What's a spectrum? A friend of mine that had a big spectrum many years ago, he was going to get a facility from the bank, and the bank needed some collateral. So sure, I have this, I won't mention the frequency band, because otherwise you'll be thinking. So I have a frequency band, which was worth millions. But the bank said, Master, we want to see something we can touch. My frequency has collateral. Right? So, some of these terminologies has to become very clear to you. Folks, don't say to yourself, oh, I am economics major, I'm a history major, it really doesn't matter. You can change your destiny at first degree. Listen, I won't lie to you. I have made someone who had the first degree in music become a network engineer. Today, they are chief network engineers. First degree in what? Music. Because the person was willing. I've made someone who was a receptionist. Today, they are network engineers. Because they were what? Willing. So you have to be willing. Right? Don't say, okay, I did sociology major, so be all these technical terms. Listen, you can change what? Your destiny. You can change it. Last time I checked, I don't know if there's any job there that says senior sociology advisor. Right?